Hello students. Today we study last 2 points, that is 3.6 pregnancy and embryonic development, 3.7 parturition and lactation. Both the points are from Unit 6 Reproduction and Chapter 3 Human Reproduction Part 4. First, we learn about pregnancy and embryonic development. It is necessary to know about chorionic villi. After implantation, finger-like projections, which are called as a chorionic villi, appear on the trophoblast. So trophoblast, it is a outer layer of blastocyst. They are surrounded by uterine tissue and maternal blood. The chorionic villi and uterine tissue are integrated and form placenta. Placenta is a structural and functional unit between the embryo, that is the fetus, and maternal body. So in this diagram, you can see that finger-like projections, they are called as a chorionic villi. They appear on this trophoblast. Now these chorionic villi, they are surrounded by this maternal blood and uterine tissue. So they are surrounded by this maternal blood and the uterine tissue. Now this villi and uterine tissue, they gets integrated and they form the placenta. So this is the placenta. So this placenta, it is connected to the embryo. This is the developing embryo. This is the placenta. This is the embryo, that is the developing fetus. They are connected by this umbilical cord. So placenta is connected to embryo by this umbilical cord. So you can say that placenta is a structural and functional unit between the fetus and the maternal body, that is the mother's body. So it is a connection, organic connection, structural and functional unit between the fetus. Fetus is nothing but the developing embryo and the maternal body. Placenta. Placenta is connected to the embryo by an umbilical cord. It transports substances to and from the embryo. It acts as a barrier between the fetus and the mother. Supply oxygen, nutrients, etc. from mother to the fetus. Remove carbon dioxide and excretory waste from fetus. Acts as an endocrine gland. It secretes human chorionic gonadotropin, HCG, human placental lactogen, HPL, estrogens, progesterone, and relaxin. So these are the hormones. So this placenta, it is act as a connection between the embryo and the mother. And this placenta perform important functions like nutrition. So this transport nutrients like amino acids, sugar, vitamins, etc. to the fetal bird. Second important function is respiration. So respiration of the embryo, exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide through diffusion from fetal blood to the maternal blood. Next important function is excretion. Nitrogenous waste like urea, they are removed from the fetus. Then it acts as an endocrine gland. So endocrine gland produces the hormones like HCG, HPL, estrogen, progesterone. Even though through the placenta, fetus will get the antibodies from the mother's body to the fetus. So even this placenta stores glycogen till liver formation. It works as an effective barrier and give the protection to the developing fetus. So all these are the functions of the placenta. So placenta, it is a organic connection between the developing fetus and the mother. So in this diagram, you will get an idea. So this is the human fetus within the uterus. So this is the developing embryo, fetus. And here, this is the cavity of the uterus. Just now, I have told you about the placental villi. So this is the placental villi. And here you will find the umbilical cord. Here, this is the umbilical cord. So this is a diagram showing human fetus within the uterus. Even in this diagram, you will get the clear idea that is the developing embryo, this is the umbilical cord, and this is the placenta. Our next point is what changes occur in the embryo during the pregnancy. So here, after 1 month, the heart is formed. End of the second month, limbs and digits are developed. End of the 12 weeks, that is first trimester, major organs, limbs, external genitalia, organs, etc. are well developed. During 5th month, first movement of the fetus and appearance of hair on the head. End of the 24 weeks, that is second trimester, body is covered with fine hair, eyelids separate and eyelashes are formed. And end of the 9 month, the fetus is fully developed and it is ready for delivery. So these are the changes occur in the embryo during the pregnancy. So here, first month, here you will find the first month, the embryo heart is formed. Then for here you can easily listen the heartbeats through the stethoscope. So in the first month itself, the heart is formed. In the second month, here in the second month particularly, the limbs and the digits are developed. In the third trimester, that is first trimester, third month, you will find end of the 12 weeks, you will find major organ systems and external genitalia are well developed. Then the 5th month, here you will find the development, the embryo increases in size, that is the development takes place, and in the 5th month, the first movement of the fetus can be heard through this stethoscope, or even on the sonography you can see the first movement of the fetus and the hair on the head appear. And the second trimester, you will find end of the 24 weeks, the body is covered with the hair, eyelids get separated, eyelashes are formed. So all these are the changes occur, and at the end of 9 months, here you will find the 7th, 8th and 9th month, the position of the baby changes. And here in the 9th month, the fetus is fully developed and it is ready for delivery. So all these are the changes occur during the pregnancy. Our next point is parturition and lactation. Parturition, process of giving birth to young ones. It is induced by neuroendocrine mechanism. The signals from the fetus and placenta induce mild uterine contraction, and it is called as a fetal ejection reflex. This causes the release of oxytocin from the maternal pituitary. So in this parturition process, the human pregnancy has duration of 9 months, which is called gestation period. At the end of this period, vigorous uterine contractions lead to the delivery of the fetus called parturition. Parturition is started by signals from developed fetus and placenta, which produce fetal ejection reflex. This causes release of oxytocin from the pituitary, which causes stronger uterine contractions, and this leads to the expulsion of baby along with placenta. So that is the process of parturition. It is a childbirth. Here you can see that the importance of oxytocin. This oxytocin causes stronger uterine muscle contraction, and which in turn stimulate further secretion of oxytocin. This process is continue leading to the expulsion of the baby out of the uterus through the birth canal. After parturition, the umbilical cord is cut off. Next is the lactation. The mammary glands produce milk towards the end of the pregnancy. It is called lactation. The yellowish milk produced during the initial few days of lactation is called colostrum. It contains several antibodies essential to develop resistance for newborn babies. So, lactation, it is a mainly during pregnancy, the mammary glands undergo differentiation and milk is produced at the end of the pregnancy, which is called as a lactation. And yellowish milk produced during first few initial days of lactation, it is called colostrum, and it contains several antibodies which will protect the newborn baby, and they will get the immunity. That immunity, we can call it as a passive type of the immunity. It is coming from the mother to the developing fetus. Passive type of the immunity will be get to the embryo. Milk production is controlled by prolactin hormone secreted by the pituitary. Breastfeeding during the initial period of infant growth is recommended by the bringing up the healthy baby. So this lactation process is very important one, and mother's milk is good for the child's development. So in this diagram you will get how the process of parturition occurs. See the baby's position, and at the end of the 9 month the parturition occur and the birth of the baby takes place. Here you will find the lactation where the yellowish colored milk which is secreted in initial period, and that is called as a colostrum, and this milk is very good for the baby. It is having many antibodies which will protect the newborn baby, and this is the yellowish colored milk which is called as a colostrum, and this is the breast milk. So this will be secreted in initial period of the lactation. So in today's presentation we have studied about the last 2 points, that is pregnancy and embryonic development, parturition and lactation. With this, I have completed this chapter. Thank you.